Hi, my name is Asaf Jacobi. I'm the head of Amdocs Program Management Competency, and I'm delighted to share with you and nominate my organization for the PMO Global Award 2018. I will start with introducing Amdocs. So Amdocs is a leading software service provider to the world most successful and leading telecom companies such as AT&T and Vodafone. Amdocs serves more than 350 customers across the globe with 25,000 employees. Uh, this workforce basically delivers more than 90 production or go lives per quarter. And when I mean go live, it's hundreds of people working on a single project to deliver value to our customer on time, on budget, quality, and we are known for delivering. So Amdocs has the reputation of a company that delivers and delivers on time in an industry that most of its project does not meet the criteria to go live. We have more than 25 years of experience and we know the industry in and out. We know how to run project and program in this industry. Nomination is for the PMO team. So the PMO in Amdocs has more than 300 professional program project managers, project officers, of course, and those professionals are spread across the globe. I will share with you later how we are working in this global operation, how our professionals are being recruited with the right prerequisites, how they are onboarded, they are trained, and they are certified to be leading professional in the industry. It's not only the professional, it's also the processes, the tools. We are heavily invest in tools and technologies, innovation, process automations around the practices of program management. We have a few patent pending ideas around program management, and this investment pays, and we see a lot of value to Amdocs as a company by investing in program management. And in my deck, I will try to convince you, and I'm sure you will be surprised to see the level of maturity that we accomplished over the year.
Paragon team from Amdocs Delivery for their innovative program management framework that harnesses management excellence to drive program success.
So about the journey that we accomplished so far. We started the journey 2.5 years back, 2016, and here you can see the Gartner Program Portfolio Management Maturity Model. So we started with the understanding that we does not have standardization in our program management practices. Meaning, whenever we had to establish account, and remember, we have program across the globe, so we might have account in new country where we didn't have presence before. So each one brought his experience. He got a few tips and hints, and he built the program management practices. This is the lowest level of maturity, and we didn't want to be there. So we started with standardization. We defined our catalog, process catalog, processes, and we started to implement. Once it has been done, the discipline was emerged. So we build the competency, and the benchmark says, and if you read the PMI Pulse of the Profession, you will see that $97 million is a waste caused due to poor program management out of 1 billion of project cost. So not managing risk, not planning correctly. All of those has huge waste embedded in it. It wasn't enough for us, so we said, okay, let's now we are standardized, we are a competency, let's say create portfolio view and optimize the capacity. So as you saw, we are 25,000 employees. Optimizing the economy of scale has a lot of benefit. Again, the pulse of the profession says the 38% more projects meet their original goals when you implement enterprise-wide PMO. So I would like to share with you this journey in a different view. Basically, PMO starts, and if you recall, we saw in Gartner that most of the organizations start in a reactive way. So first you need to define your process catalog. What are the services that this organization, the PMO, should deliver? So we relied on the industry leading practices. Traditionally, you take PMI, the body of knowledge of the PMI. In Europe, most common in Prince, but you see here another layer. We acknowledged that in the SAFe, the Scale Agile framework, there are a lot of items that are future ready. So if the industry is going to Agile and DevOps and other, you might see it in SAFe. The PMI only in the 6th edition acknowledged that as well and published the Agile addition to the PMBOK. But our methodology started with all the three components embedded. So we took the PMBOK, the Prince and Safe, and it's not enough. We have experience, as I said, Amdocs delivers project for the last 35 years. So we took the 35 years of experience and embedded them on top of the methodology and created our own practices. So you can see here that the practices are covering all areas of knowledge or as known in the PMI. It's the basic, as I said, is the industry standard, but our flavor, this is the secret sauce of our PMO. The areas of knowledge and our methodology evolves throughout the life cycle of the project. So each domain, of course, changes since the initiation during the execution until the closure of a program. What we will always try to do is to deliver the business value to the customer. So we acknowledge that we need to adapt and change our methodology in some cases based to the customer. We're a services company. It's not an R&D that has its own environment, a hygienic environment. We are in always changing environment and we need to adapt. So our capability to build methodology that on the one hand has the industry best practices, Amdocs experience and knowledge, but also can adapt and change to the customer. This is a uniqueness that we are developing the practice to maintain it. So let's discuss about the structure and the mode of operation of our unit. Our unit has a center of excellence. The purpose of center of excellence is to define the standard. As I showed you before, we have a Paragon, we have practices, we are deploying them, and we are always learning. So the idea is to maintain always the best standards and best practices. This team also developed the information systems that support our practices. We are investing, as I said, a lot of effort and money in order to build best-in-class solution. Our portfolio of information system include leading Gartner solution as well as homegrown development. So the Center of Excellence, keeping the standard, maintaining them, making sure we have a reuse, and also establishing a new account. The Center of Excellence support the establishment of project or program offices across the world once we have new account. We are built in a regional way, so we see aggregation of accounts in a region, and we have a leader that is leading the regional portfolio, and is managing all the offices in his region. He's doing the planning, the reporting, making sure the standardization, maturity of processes, everything is there to ensure that we have a standardization at the portfolio level. Once we have standardization, starting from the project to portfolio, we can also see the enterprise portfolio capabilities and develop them. So we can start and do what if scenarios. We can utilize the economy of scale, as I said. All of this is also being shared with the shared services office. So some of the activities that are common and can be done for all the accounts, all the region in a standard way, in an automatic way, are being done from one location. This is our way of working and the mode of operation. Okay, so I will explain our mode of operation in the process way. We need to establish new project somewhere in the world. So we are starting it using StartRight practice. We have a toolkit, a structured one, based on our blueprint with the Center of Excellence coming and implementing this practice. We are assigning top professional. So we have we call it the governance lead. This is the person who manage the program management office. All of our professionals are certified. We have internal certification program, more than 30 courses available for our program managers. It's a unique program. It's a combination of handling the soft skill and leadership skills, the technical skills and capabilities. We have workshop around job perception, and we are making sure that once a person is certified, is capable of leading Amdocs account to success. We are allocating also professional project office members. So even when we recruit a junior graduate from the universities, we invest a lot in first onboarding them and second making sure that before they encounter the customer or they need to jump in, they are equipped with the right practices, tools, and capabilities to deliver the right and professional service of program management. When we are building it based on our standards and methodologies, then it's very easy to link and integrate this account to the digital platform we have worldwide. So when everyone are working on the same tool, same platform, same network, we can easily bring them all together to have a digital experience. So you can see anytime, anywhere, the status of the project. You can run and execute processes from home, from office, from customer location. We are insisting on building and having the best digital experience for senior managers as well as the most junior people in the account. So we established an account. You saw how we built it from starting it right, assigning the right people, setting up the right processes, then linking it to the global network and making it digital. The next step is how we are copying it and building similar project management offices across the globe. So we have our practices. You can see here each account has maybe a different color. That's because we are tailoring some of it to the customer need, the customer environment. So we don't have a one-to-one alignment across program management office, but we maintain the common layer that will enable us integration of all of those offices. Everything is based on our unique intellectual property, combining the safe, the PMBOK, and the prints. You can see on the left-hand side this diagram, which it looks like safe, but it's not the safe. It's a safe plus the PMBOK plus the prints. Because all are similar, it's very easy to create tubes. So we can basically define portfolio of programs that will be controlled and managed by the regional hub. As I said in the structure, we're building first at the account level, officers at the account, then we have the regional view. So here you can see how everything is being integrated to one tube. This tube can get service from a shared services. We can optimize our economy of scale and leverage some of the capabilities that we have and execute processes from a single location that will be common for all. I'll give you an example. If we need now to manage travel management, we are traveling a lot to our customers between our development center. So travel management, all the activities of travel planning, travel governance, travel control, everything is similar across all accounts. So we can easily do it from a single location, a shared services. So we have one expert serving all globally. Same goes to other element of budget management and some elements of reporting. So for example, if I need now to track deliverables, and we have common platform of deliverable management, it's very easy to do the tracking from a single location, send the notification, making sure that everything is delivered on time, no matter which account I'm working for. Everything, of course, is under the consideration of information security, where if there are limitations, nothing is being breached, and customer privacy is being maintained. But under all of those considerations, we are able to produce this common service for many of the accounts. If you build account in the standard way and you create a portfolio view, so eventually you can also see end to end all the regions, all the accounts, and make decisions in the overall Amdocs level. So for example, we have limited capacity of time for our management. How a manager can decide where to focus? So we need basically to prioritize areas of focus. Where are the highest risks? Where we see the trend of deterioration or improvement? We have a capacity of people and capabilities. How to optimize, where to put the focus, where to put the right people. All of this is being done at the portfolio level of Amdocs. And we are now able to produce this portfolio and effective decision-making mechanism for Amdocs as an enterprise to make sure we optimize our economy of scale. Again, if we are going back to my Gartner maturity model, you will see that making sure that we are optimizing our capacity and enable this portfolio view, we can improve by 38% our program outcome. Next is the PMO objective. So I will divide the objectives into three. One is to deliver customer value. This is the number one. Eventually, we are in a project environment and we are working for our customer, and we need to make sure that the customer is receiving the value that they require. The second is we are part of Amdocs' organization. Amdocs has its goals and objectives, and we need to deliver value also to the organization. And the third are the enablers. It's not a static, it's a journey, and we all the time need to make sure that we keep develop and improve in order to make sure that customer value and organizational value are not a one-time event, but continuous effort. So let's start with the customer value. The customer expects us as Amdocs to understand and lead the entire ecosystem of the program. So it's not only us, we are usually part of a larger ecosystem of many vendors delivering to the customer. So when you are, for example, deploying customer relationship management solution, it comes with a company that deals with the IVR and the CTI integration to other components. So it's a complex integrated environment. It's not enough that we as Amdocs will deliver while others are not, because the program as a program will not succeed. So we need to build practices that sees end-to-end not only Amdocs but other vendors. We need to make sure that we are starting right and closing the program in the best way. We shouldn't get any complaint from the customer on the way that we are running, the way that we are operating, the way that we are governing, and we need to make it the best we can. Also, we see that we are more and more going to the DevOps world. In DevOps, the silos are being broken. So we can see that the customer that maybe in the past looked at his vendor as a black box now wants to work in collaboration and transparency. So we need to build and run practices that are working in this mode of transparency and partnership. And last, the customer doesn't want to be surprised. So predictability is number one. If I'm looking at the measurement, we need to make sure that we are predictable, we are delivering on time, the program outcomes in terms of timeline, scope, and value are being delivered. And of course, the customer enjoys the journey and not suffering. We don't want to get any escalation on program management from the customer. Looking inside in our organization, we need to optimize the portfolio of projects. As you saw, we build the capabilities, we have investment in people, investment in tools, we are setting the right processes, working in a standard way, everything to make sure that our capacity is optimized in a way that we don't have any supply interruption. So we don't have shortage on the one hand. So if there is a new opportunity or new account, we can deliver it and we can gain out of it. And of course, we don't have shortage. So we are not holding back the business. We need to make sure that if there is a crisis, and always we have crisis in programs, because this is the nature of projects and programs, we are recovering fast from it. We need to prioritize, focus, and base it on the business benefit, and all the time keep on track with the organizational goal. So our internal objective is making sure we have no supplier error and we are on time. As I said, meeting the objective of delivering customer value and organizational value is good, but is not enough. If we would like it to be sustainable over the years, we must invest in our secret sauce, our enablers. So the objective for our enablers is building the right methodology, making sure that we are starting the project right, because we found it very, very hard to fix later existing accounts that are not coming or being built by the best practice. We need to know our customer. We need to make sure that our customer are already in the loop in the communication in order to understand and what is required and what needs to be delivered to deliver value in the future. Having the right talent is recruiting right, training right, having the right discussion and feedback loop with our employees to make sure that our professionals are keep getting more and more professional. We are investing a lot in our tools, best practices. We would like the tools to work for our employees and stakeholders, and not the people work for the tools. It's not a trivial task to do, but we are improving time over time. Creating the right climate for success is vital for making sure that we are building an environment that all the time improving. And we need to make sure that we are maintaining mindset of accountability. It's not a technical people that just running processes, raising the flag. We would like people to make sure that we are meeting the outcome. If we are doing all of this, then we will win the market award, we will win the recognition, we will write patents, we will certify professionals, and this later on will enable year after year value delivery both to the customer and organization. So those are the objectives of the PMO, and let's continue and move forward and see how we are meeting this objective and what were the results. By the way, you can see here in this photo recognition of one of our customers that we delivered the value by those professionals listed here and certified in the upper picture. So the PMO results for the year. Let's start with the customer value. by the way, as you can see here, there is no Excel on this screen. I think that everyone that is working in the PMO domain sees it as a not as a common thing. But we, as I said, we invested a lot in building our intellectual property of processes and tools. And you can see here a few examples. So I will start with the result and the customer value. As you recall, we said we would like to improve predictability. So in the upper left side, you can see a view of a prediction of milestones, how we are going to meet milestones, is the risk level, where we need to pay attention. And we managed to improve the predictability and on-time delivery of a milestone in about 20%. And we are now delivering, as I said, we are delivering in the highest rate in the industry as I seen it. We are delivering on time in a rate of above 90%, which is unusual. How we do it? On the upper right side, we built a tool. This is basically a risk management tool, a very unique one. It holds the risk bank of our many years of experience. So whenever throughout the project lifecycle, we know when to raise a potential risk, we know to monitor it, we know to mitigate it, and by reducing the risk level, we make sure that we have a on-time delivery and a successful one. So we see very positive results delivering a value to the customer, and a part of the measurement is not on time, budget, quality, is also the value. It's part of the assessment done in this tool of risk analysis. On the right hand side, you can see examples of our resource management platform. So we have we are working in a matrix organization with competencies and account. We are spread globally. We are thousands of employees, and the art of making sure that we have all the time the right talent in the right place. This is critical to business success. So we improved this year dramatically our predictability of demand, of capabilities, and we made sure that we are not holding the business back. We have all the time the right people at the right time, and also we don't have a bench or idle that we pay for this idleness. So we brought both value to our customer by improving the success rate of the project and improving their satisfaction from the outcome, and also internal in the organization by building the tools, by automation, and by improve the capacity optimization, a lot of benefit. As I said, it's not enough, and we also have very positive results around our secret sauce or our IP. And I will start with the left-hand side. We managed to automate very complex process of communication planning. So we have homegrown wizard that basically identify the stakeholder, define the type of the project, and automatically suggest and schedule the meeting, the proposed report, and by a click of a button, each stakeholder in the project receives a mail saying what is his role in this project, who are the other stakeholders, which meeting he needs to run, which meeting he needs to attend, what reports, the format of the report, everything is done automatically. And this is a breakthrough in my mind in the way that we are establishing new projects, and also we create completely different experience for the customer and the internal stakeholders. The second thing that we managed to do is deliver a program portfolio management environment which is collaborative with our customers. So we discussed about predictability, transparency, communication. So we managed to work with the customer on a collaborative platform, and we had a lot of success. from getting positive feedback from our customer on our ability to collaborate and be transparent with them. The third is the maturity of our methodologies and practices. As you can see here, you see an example of a maturity assessment. Whenever we start a project, we initiate a project, we are making sure that the Center of Excellence establishing in a way that it's sufficient to run the project. In all dimension of project management, also in the dimension of the people that are running the processes, and also we made sure and we put internal target to ourselves to improve our all existing project maturity by 15% this year, and we managed to accomplish it. You can see here examples. Those are a few examples, also the above, of our digital platform. And I would like to provide a bit of a data point around it. So our data warehouse or report that is used in the company produces more than 5,000 reports a month. So people basically extract, they are creating their own report, they are publishing, they are sharing good reports. It's being used by hundreds of employees, unique users every month entering and using the system. So those are all live platform. Those are not repository for reporting. Those are really tools that enables and support the system, the project and the program to manage it better. It's also provide to the company a single source of truth. So most of the discussion now are on the content and not on agreement if the numbers are correct or incorrect. So we improved dramatically by all of the things that you see here, the visibility from top management to each employee in the project. The last on the right hand side is the professional development. You see here a screenshot taken from a workshop done around Agile and its implication of program management. And we invest a lot in developing our people. We had more than 4,000 hours of training. As I said, we have more than 30 courses ready. We are conducting internal and external certification, and we have a robust plan for personal development, mentoring, onboarding of employees, which we created ourselves for our people. So overall, to summarize, we had a very successful year, and we have a business recognition, customer recognition, and we are looking forward for more years and better. Next steps. So we saw our path so far, the journey that we went through, the objective, the results, how we are structured. But I think that we are all see the changes in the industry. And from running a program in a waterfall or agile way, now we are moving to the DevOps. And if in the past, in the traditional way, you would say, okay, a project is a one-time event that has, we are setting the requirement, and then we have the timeline and the budget, and and we need to deliver in quality. Things has been changed dramatically. And from one-time event, we are running into the DevOps or scaled agile, and it's a recurring incremental. And if we will try to copy and do the same thing that we did with in the waterfall or in the basic agile, and we'll just try to copy and implement it, then as some of our customers said, it's waterfall on steroids. We need to change dramatically the way that we think about the program management. And this triangle now it goes the other way around. We said we are working in fixed capacity, timeline is set, time boxes is set, now only the features is changing. We are moving from deploying programs in 12, 15 months to every 1.5 months. So we cannot continue with the same practices, the same method as we did before. And this change is dramatic. I'll give you an example. If risk management in the past, you would have made in the beginning of the program, looking ahead 1 year, and you sit and you had your risk cabinet, and then you build the risk register, and you had time to build a mitigation plan and contingency plan and do the risk strategy and tracking. Do we need risk management when the program duration now becomes 7 weeks of incremental? Is it the same? We think it's not a one-to-one, and most of the program management processes will be changed to accommodate this journey. So if I'm going back to my initial side of Gartner maturity model, where we saw how organization or program management starts as a reactive, each one brings its own methodology, then we build emerging discipline, integration, effective integration. This is the traditional maturity assessment model. And on the other hand, we see that we have the journey of the methodology of the waterfall, agile, integration, delivery, DevOps. Then the future basically will be a combination of the two. And we need to think and be ready for micro project portfolio management. And this is completely different way and mindset of managing those projects. It's not us only saying it. If you look at the Gartner, and now we are looking at the next level, level 5 of effective integration, you would see few things. One, organization needs to run and operate in a multiple way and multiple method. So we as a PMO need to control and manage a program in a waterfall way, in an agile way, in a scaled agile, in a DevOps way. So we need to do it all. And the second thing, you can see they call it a mini projects. So we need to move from one-time event of a project to a recurrence of a mini project. And this change is dramatic, it's interesting, it's exciting. We have a lot to do. We have many plans, how we adjust our tools and platform. For example, if in the past you can think of our project management system, then MS Project, maybe in the future we will have something else. I'll just say I'm using this example for example, you want to navigate your way to work, then you in one click on the Waze you navigate, and if you hear a good song on the radio, one click you Shazam it, and if you have a question you press hard and you can use Siri to ask question and it replies, and you cannot come to the office and work on 6,000 rows of MS Project. So the way that we are doing trivial thing in project management will be changed in the future, and we have plans on how to adapt to it. So last, I would like again to thank you for this opportunity to share my organization, our vision, our accomplishment, and to nominate ourselves for this global award. We will be happy to share and collaborate and provide more information. So thank you.